Hi, I'm Abby Nelson from Weeks Middle School. My favorite part of ALEKS is watching them take a personal journey through what they still don't know, and watching their faces get excited when they're close to completing a pie slice, or working side by side with one another and helping each other out through those standards. My team members and I use ALEKS as a data tool to make flexible groups with students that are working on a standard that we are currently working on in class to help with them and their needs. I also use it as a motivation tool, and I have a class-by-class challenge to see who can complete so many pie pieces by a certain date, and there is a hefty reward at the end of that. So that increases their engagement and motivation.
All right, Justin Gibson, Weeks Middle School, Des Moines, Iowa. I teach 8th grade math, and I am a full ALEKS classroom. With homework, the power of ALEKS resides in the fact that it's not a static piece of paper. Typically, if you give a worksheet or a book page when you send it home to the kid, they can maybe look at some examples or notes that they've written, but the homework's not reacting to the kid. With ALEKS, when you give an assignment, and I can give assignments in many different formats, whether I tell them specifically to work on one topic, I can tell them to work on any topics they'd like and just simply hit a certain number of topics in the evening. I can even have them just work for a certain amount of time. But the homework reacts to them, and so if they miss a problem, they see that they missed it. And ALEKS gives some prescription, either you missed it this way or you simply need to try it again. And then when a kid does miss a problem, they have access to worked examples and videos as a link directly on that problem page. And so they're not wading through a lot of different information that they may or may not need. It specifically goes to, this is how you work this problem. What's also powerful there is that as they're reading through the problem strategy for whatever they're working on, they're reading mathematics, which is probably the #1 thing the kids need to work on in terms of getting ready for the greater amount of independence that high school is or has. They need to be able to read mathematics, like read mathematical texts and look at a set of steps and try to make some sense of that. So some of the benefits to using ALEKS are, when a student comes to 8th grade math, each one has a myriad of different experiences, and the way ALEKS addresses that is that each child has their pie, and their pie is a culmination of what they can do or what they've shown they can do right then. And so for a student who doesn't need to talk about, say, solving equations as much as another, they're going to show that on ALEKS pretty quickly, where I can direct them to by having them work on a specific wedge, and then I'll know that that student has proficiency there, and then I can just group with the students who are having a struggle on a specific piece. And so as I use my ALEKS data, I'm looking specifically for strengths and weaknesses in skills, and then just addressing those skills with those students who need them. So the power in the classroom is that you're working with the kid on what they're ready to learn, what they need to know, as opposed to what my pacing guide might dictate. As a classroom teacher, sometimes it can be very time-consuming, if not impossible, to differentiate infinitely for every kid. And so this is a utility that I can use to help me with that differentiation. Even down to how much time a kid spends. Like, some kids are going to spend 1 minute and already know how to work through a concept, and other kiddos are going to take possibly all of 8th grade to learn how to work through that concept. Because we're not chained to a specific book page on a specific day,